Welcome back. Okay, there's two things I think we have left. So I'm going to do the simple one first, and then we'll do the more tricky one. So the tricky one is I would like to actually deploy this web page to AWS. And that's what will come up after this. But the first thing is, I remember we were motoring along and I realized that I didn't have the href on these. So if I click on them right now, they go back to the main web page and nothing happens. Now what we want to have happen is what we had here, where it brings me over to, this whatever, to the href link. Now I'm going to do something. Let's see. I'm going to open this up in, I go develop, open with Chrome. I'm going to open up using the Chrome tools. They're just a little easier for debugging sometimes. So what are we going to do? We're going to go over here and I'm going to say inspect. And I can see this is the href right here. So I can just lift this. Can I lift this out of here? Maybe not. Come on, what can I copy? Okay, that might do. In fact, I think I can just, hold on, I can just go this. Open link, I want a copy link. Copy link address, that looks right. So let me just confirm. Yep, that's it. Okay, so I've got the href for the secret not gumball machine. So what we want to do is we want to add it into the data. And then we want to update our UI code to actually display that. To me, this looks like we just need another string field called href on each one of these portfolio items. So that's what we're going to do. Let's hop over to the AWS console. And we'll just log back in. And we're going to go to DynamoDB. And of course, you can skip by this one if it's not interesting to you. The next video should be a little more interesting. This should be more mechanical. So we're going to go to tables. There's our dev portfolio. And we've got three, we'll just view items. We've got three portfolio items that don't have an href right now. So we're going to edit each one of them. Let's edit this one. And we'll say href is that. And that looks fine. This is the first one. Let's edit the second one. And in that case, let's just grab the link, copy link. So now I go back to Chrome. Sorry, I'm going back to AWS console, not Chrome. href. Okay. Looks good. Let's save that one. And finally, go back to our third one. Copy link. Add the third one. We're going to go href. And there's the link. Excellent. So the way the backend's been written, it just returns the entire payload. In fact, I'll quickly hit it with Postman. Let's go to portfolio items. Item. And I suspect we'll see three things, all with href, 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 href. Perfect. So there's no backend code change required because of the way we wrote the backend. Now, let's go to our front end, though. Let's go back to Visual Studio. And now we're going to see what I think is the beauty of a typed, statically typed language. Firstly, I do want to commit our last change. So what did we do last time? Add items and nav buttons. Sync that up. Okay, so for this change, we're going into our home page, and now we're saying that items, the item model is different. The item model's got some extra stuff on it. So here's item model, and now it's also got an href field, which is a string. And as soon as we save that, we start seeing places where we need to do something about that. So the first thing you notice is like, oh, yeah, you haven't told me about that. There's a fourth parameter. So let's decode the fourth parameter. Href, and it's a string. Now, if some of these had hrefs and some didn't, I would say that it's optional, not required. But at the moment, they're all required. So far so good. Okay, so now we've got the data. Let's update our view. So when we create our profile, when we iterate over items, we want an anchor tab, and the href isn't quote quote, it's coming from our item. So item href. That looks pretty good. So we compile that, and let's go back over to Chrome, and now we're going to refresh our page. And now, as I hover over, I don't know if you can see in the bottom, but I actually see the different links. Perfect. So let's say this one here. Excellent. Okay. So, thank you. We've just added hrefs. Here, let's add that. Add href. Add href support. Perfect. Sync that up. All right. Looks good. Thank you for your time. Hopefully see you in the next one.